Hey, how's it going? I'm Mitali. I'm mostly in the moment, and we're looking at the twin flame energies for the first half of June. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing. It means so much to me. It really, truly helps me out so much. So thank you so much. And with that, let's get started. What's going on for the twin flames in the first half of June? Wow, the Death card, sideways. Okay, so the Death card represents a rebirth, a death of the old and the birth of the new. It's a renewal card, and it landed sideways, which for me means that something's at a standstill. So I feel like a lot of twin flames have already ended the last cycle, finished up whatever lessons you had to learn. Both of you have done whatever you needed to do in order to move forward on this journey. And now, before you guys head into the new cycle, head into this new life of yours together, there's a little bit of a pause. There's a little bit of a standstill. This is kind of a moment where you kind of look back and see how far you've come from when you first met and when you first connected with your energies, when you first recognize who the other person was to you, all the firsts, you know, you're going through all the milestones that you guys have already had, and kind of realizing how far you've come and how ready you are for this next step. But before you jump into this new life, you know, that moment to pause and reflect and see how far you've come is so vital. I would even go as far as to say that it is a necessary step. It is a piece of work, the last piece of work that you need to do before entering the new cycle of the twin flame journey is to look back. And it's a pleasant step. It's not purging, it's not doing shadow work. It's a very pleasant last step. And you know it's a last step because you're reviewing, you know. So wow. So it's a little bit of a pause here. The Five of Cups, face down. Yeah, I feel like with all the positives that have happened in the past between the two of you in your journey, there's a little bit of regret. I wish my twin flame was with me during this important part of my life. I wish they were with me to experience this so we can talk about it in our future. We could reflect back on that big event, that wedding in the family, that death in the family, the quarantine time, the big event that happened in my career, that big move and that vacation, that thing that happened, like, you know, wishing that your twin flame was there during those times. But let me tell you, with what's coming up for you guys, you're not gonna regret any of those moments. You're not gonna have that feeling of that you might have missed out, because it's gonna be so much better than those moments that you wish your twin flame was there. That was all for you, you know? And those moments that you wanted to share with your twin flame, you're still gonna have those moments. It's just gonna be much better than you could have imagined. Those moments that you had alone that you wish your twin flame was there for you or there with you, those moments are still going to play out in a way better fashion in the future. You're going to be reminded of those moments and remember, like, oh, I remember I want to watch this movie with my twin flame. I remember I want to go on vacation here with my twin flame, but I ended up going with other people instead. I wish I was learning and researching this topic with my twin flame. But all that is going to come into play when you are in union with your twin flame. Those moments are not to be looked at in a sad tone. In fact, if you didn't have those moments, you wouldn't be where you are right now on your way to twin flame union, or a better, stronger twin flame union. Wow. Okay, so how is the masculine doing? What's up with the masculine? What is up with the divine masculine? Okay, wow. The Four of Swords, and it landed on the union space. So the divine masculines are definitely thinking a lot about what has transpired in the past between the two of you. I'm telling you, because so many unions are are on their way to a physical union or to a stronger physical union, a lot of the twin flame that wasn't really on board before, or that might have seemed like they didn't have enough time for you, or didn't even know that you existed, or had this connection with you that was so profound, they know, and they are also thinking about it nonstop now. I'm telling you, there's so many twin flames that are coming into union. There's so many twin flames and divine masculines in general that are awakened and that know what's going on, and that are thinking of all the events that transpired between the two of you with a lot of curiosity, you know, even curious about what happened when they weren't there. So that's what I'm saying, like all those feelings of feeling that your twin flame was absent from your life, that's not going to be a problem, because those moments are going to still be shared with your twin flame in stories, in questions, in deep conversations. Those moments are not to be forgotten. Those moments are not to be sad over, because they're going to still be shared with the twin flame, just in a different way than you thought. Okay, how the divine masculine is feeling about their divine feminine. Wow, the Tower card in reverse. And if you remember my last reading, where I looked at the eclipse energies for twin flames, this card came up, and it was just a confirmation that something positive is going to come through for so many twin flame journeys. It's a breakthrough. It's seriously a breakthrough in this connection, the one that you've been waiting for. Because for me, the Tower card in reverse, it signifies a very, very positive divine event in your physical life, one that you couldn't have planned, that's divinely orchestrated. You know, it's coming. Wow. And it's because the divine masculines are putting so much energy and focus and thought towards the divine feminines, towards their twin flame, that it's signaling that it's time. It's signaling to all your beautiful spirit team members that this twin flame connection, this twin flame couple is ready for that unexpected event that leads to physical union. Whether it's bumping into each other, unexpected communication, or I can't even pretend to explain it, because it's going to be so specific to your twin flame journey, and it's going to be a surprise. It's undoubtedly a surprise. It can't be any other way. The twin flame union, physical union, is a surprise. Okay, so what is going on with the divine feminines? Okay, wow, the Devil card in reverse. Okay, all right. So I do feel like the divine feminines are actively trying to keep their vibes high. I feel like the divine feminines are being challenged a little bit right now with possibly negative thoughts, or thoughts that are of a negative nature, or just even if they're not so negative and obsessive, they might be just, I don't know, you just know that you're better than that, right? So I feel like the divine feminines are being challenged right now, because all you have to do, divine feminines, is keep your vibes high. And the way to do that is to have fun. Make sure that you're enjoying things throughout the day, divine feminines. You want to set aside time, divine feminines, to kind of just go with the flow, be in the moment, and do whatever you feel like doing that time. Even if you are very busy throughout the day, throughout the week, I would suggest at least taking out an hour or two, if you can't take out a good part of a day or a weekend to do this. It is so vital that you keep your vibes high by injecting a lot of fun into your life, you know, enjoying things. It doesn't have to be crazy fun. It could be just making sure you have time to rest, making sure you have time to, you know, keep yourself healthy and happy, you know, whatever you like to do. Make sure you set aside time to read a little bit of that book that you've been meaning to get to. Maybe go for a walk near the water, or call up that friend that you've been missing, or whatever you need to do. It's just like you are actively being challenged right now, divine feminines, for that specific thing. So I would keep that in mind. how the divine feminines are feeling towards their masculines. The Temperance card in reverse. Okay. Okay, wow. Right across from the Tower card in reverse. Definitely feeling like that something is going to move drastically in your life. There's going to be a drastic change. So I do feel like the divine feminines can sense it, and that's why you're getting this a little bit of a challenge more so to keep your vibes high, because when you're so close for a very high vibe manifestation coming into your life, you're gonna feel it. The divine feminines are definitely feeling it, especially with their twin flames. I feel a lot of the divine feminines that are coming into union with their divine masculines are feeling it very strongly and are being challenged by their ego, by negativity, to see like, can you push through? Can you keep it up? Because you have been for so long, divine feminines. You've been keeping your vibes high or being mindful of it, keeping yourself aware of when your thoughts seem to be a little bit too obsessive or a little bit too negative, or whatever kind of lessons you've learned in the past, making sure that you're keeping on top of it, making sure that you're doing your best. I'm not saying that you're perfect, no one is, but you know, you keep at it. You keep making sure that you're not going to go down a level. You're going to keep going up. You're going to keep leveling up. Okay, so the divine masculines' thoughts towards you, divine feminines. Divine masculines' thoughts towards you. The Knight of Swords in hand in reverse. Okay, so the divine masculines are very aware of what they didn't say in the past, because of all the times that they could have said something. What's more painfully obvious is the things that they didn't say. The absence of specific words, or the absence of a conversation, the absence of speaking their truth, you know, their inability to speak the truth or to speak honestly and genuinely, and not being able to say anything at all. So the divine masculines are kind of reviewing times where they kind of froze up. You know, they didn't know what to say to you. They didn't know how to say it to you. They feel kind of that pain of not having said it, you know. So it's kind of while both the twin flames are kind of in a review phase, they are thinking about all the times that they didn't say anything. Okay, the divine feminines' thoughts towards the divine masculines. Okay. Communication. The divine feminines on the other side are thinking about all the times that they did say something to divine masculines, but maybe too quickly and maybe too much. You know, I feel like the divine feminines are thinking about how far they've come in terms of being aware of what they say to the divine masculines, you know, maybe taking some time to think about what they say before saying it, or how maybe they were too excited and said maybe too much, or maybe kind of sent out too many text messages or emails, or called them up too much. But how you've changed since then, how you've improved. As a divine masculine is thinking about how they can improve in communication, the divine feminines are also thinking about the same thing. Here we go, some extra cards. The Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, divine feminines, you are thinking about some money, financial situations, career situations. I feel like this is something that you're gonna address privately to yourself, divine feminines, is the fact that how maybe things were being rushed in the past, how maybe you wanted to kind of rush the offer of something more significant between the two of you, and how it wasn't the right timing. Also how maybe you felt really great when you met your twin flame, or somewhere in this journey you are feeling really great about where you are, you know, financially, how you are doing in terms of your work and your career and your responsibilities to your family, to your friends, to your home, to your neighbors. I feel like divine feminines, like all these things are things that you're going to think about privately. Who's going to understand? Maybe some of your friends, maybe some of your family members, but a lot of other twin flames are definitely going to, in this community, you're definitely going to understand that, like, all the things that came up, you know, in the past regarding rushing the connection, or you know, having things like your financial situation or your career situation or your day-to-day responsibilities really affect how you felt about coming into this connection correctly. You know, feeling like, were you worthy enough? Am I going to be able to do my part in this connection? Maybe the Divine Masculine can get anyone with the things that I have, my status, my money, my work, you know, or maybe they won't approve of my financial situation. Maybe they won't approve of my career situation. Maybe they won't approve of my lifestyle or the way that I live or the way I do things, you know. And then Divine Feminines, you realize that to be successful in this connection, all that really matters is you. Your connection within yourself, your connection to your beliefs, and your character. With a strong character, you can make anything work, you know? And that's a part of the twin flame journey, is self-mastery, becoming the best version of yourself. It's not going to happen overnight, and it's a process that happens throughout your entire life. So the fact that you've improved so much in so many areas of your life, I mean, it's kind of nice looking back, right? And being glad that you're here instead of back there, right? Okay, so the physical action space, the physical union space for the twin flames at this time. The Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, wow. So I do feel like, as we're on the topic of communication, because I feel like that's such a big theme in this next week or two, I'm seeing the Three of Swords be more of the swords element, which is communication, and the number 3, which is expression. You know, I feel like the twin flames are kind of getting ready to open up and have a real conversation, to talk about the things that have happened between the two of you, or that are happening right now or going to happen, in a really honest and genuine way, recognizing that you aren't the only one hurt. You aren't the only one that had to go through things. Your twin flame did too. You guys mirrored your work, your spiritual work with each other. So as much of the stuff that you went through, they went through the same thing. And they recognize that in you, and you recognize that in them. It's going to be a very purely innocent, genuine moment between the two of you when you come together and recognize that in each other. That pain, that heartbreak, the sadness, the darkness, but then the beauty of it all. The beauty of all that you guys went through in perfect harmony. You'll notice so many synchronicities between the things that happened between you and your twin flame. I know you've gotten signs and synchronicities of what might have been happening with your twin flames, maybe messages through the dream state or through telepathy, but then to actually hear them express the things that they went through, and you tell them the things that you went through, and how they just line up together and everything just kind of falls into place and makes sense. That's going to be such a beautiful moment. Okay, so what is in balance in this connection at this time, and what is out of balance in this connection at this time? Wow. The Ace of Swords. Okay, so I had to pull this card twice because my camera shut off, but before that it was a World card and the Two of Cups, and it's kind of like nothing. Nothing is out of balance, is out of place. Everything is connected perfectly. The events leading to your physical union is all set up, ready to go. Victory. Victory is awaiting the twin flames at this time. So you might have noticed that I used a slightly different spread. I've updated the spread, and if you'd like to know why, let me know and I'll explain it in next week's video at the end. I'm Mitali, reminding you to stay mostly in the moment, and I wish you so much love, light, and peace.